Hello kids, welcome back. So we'll be continuing with this chapter, 9th chapter, measurement, and now you will be seeing measurement of capacity. So here when you are measuring something in a liquid form, for example water or a milk or juice, all these in the liquid form, when you measure it in liters or milliliters. So these are the unit for capacity. So when you measure something in a liquid form, you measure it in liters or in milliliters. When you are measuring it in a larger quantity, for example if it is milk, you don't say I got 1 ml of milk, you say I got 1 liter of milk, I bought 1 liter of milk from the milkman, you don't say 1 ml. Okay. So when you are measuring it in a larger quantity, you use liter. Here when you are using smaller, when you are measuring smaller quantities of the liquid, then you use ml or milliliters. For example, you have to take, the doctor may say you have to take 5 ml of this medicine. So mostly in a spoon you measure the milliliter. Here you will be using the measuring jars and all, 5 liter, 10 liter, 2 liter, 1 liter, the milkman will be carrying the measuring jar. So that he will pour the milk first into that, and the 5 means he will pour till the 5 like this, he will be having a measuring jar, you may have seen. So if it is, maybe it is 5 ml jar, so if, sorry not ml, 5 liter. So if you want milk 5 liter, then he will first pour it into this and he will measure it to 5 liter and then he will pour it into your vessel. Okay. So when you measure large quantities of liquid, you measure it in liters, and when you measure small quantities of liquid, you measure it in milliliters. Mostly for medicines we use 1 ml or 5 ml medicine you have to take. So mostly we will measure it and put it in a spoon and then we drink. Here you can't put it in a spoon, 1 liter and all you can't put, you will have a bigger vessels you will take when you get milk, for example, when you get 1 liter of milk, you will get a bigger vessel and then you will fill it up. Okay. So for larger quantities of liquid, you measure it in in liters, and smaller quantities of liquid, you measure it in milliliters, that is ml. Now when you convert 1 liter to ml, 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. So this conversion is also important, you should know. 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. So 1 liter you can fill 2 glass of 500 ml, because 2 means 500 plus 500, you know it is 1000, isn't it? So when you have 1 liquid of say milk, 1 liter of milk, when you have, you can fill 2 glasses of 500 ml each, that is both the glass you will have 500 ml of the milk. 500 ml in this glass, 500 ml in this glass. So 2 glass of 500 ml each you can have for 1 liter milk. Then here if you take 1 liter, you can fill 4 glass of 200 ml each. So 4 glasses of, in each glass there will be 200 ml. 1 liter can fill 5 glass of 200 ml each. When you add and see 200 5 times, you will get 1000. So 1 liter 5 glass of 200 ml each. 1 liter can fill 10 glass of 100 ml each, and if it is a 100 ml glass, then you can fill 10 glasses. If it is 200 ml glass, then you can fill 5 glasses. 250 ml glass you can fill 4 glasses, and 500 ml glass means you can fill 2 glasses of 1 liter, either it is water or maybe milk, or it can also be juice, right? So this you have to remember, 1 liter you have 1000 ml, 1 liter of milk is equal to 1000 ml of milk, both are same. So 1 liter is converted to 1000 ml. So 1 liter you have 2 500 ml, 1 liter is also 4 250 ml, 1 liter is also equal to 5 200 ml, 1 liter is also equal to 100 ml. Okay, hope you have understood this. So when you measure the liquid, you measure it in liters and milliliters, but the liquid of larger quantities you measure. Larger quantity means so much of liquid, so you measure it in liters, mostly water, otherwise milk, we measure it in liters. In certain cases, even juice, you have 1 liter bottle, 2 liter bottle, Pepsi and all, you have it in 1 and 2 liter bottle. So that you measure large quantities, you measure it in liters. And smaller quantities, for example, you have medicines, mostly medicines, they will be in ml, 50 ml, 100 ml bottles they will have. So smaller quantities you measure it in milliliters. So 1000 liters, 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. So 1 liter you will have 500 ml, 1 liter is equal to 4, 250 ml, 1 liter is equal to 5, 200 ml, 1 liter is equal to 100 ml, right. So now we will go for the exercise 9D, page number 168. So the first sum, the jug holds 1 liter. So you have a jug which is having 1 liter. Will the glass fill up the jug? So here you have 3 glasses, then 4 glass, again 4 glass. So 1 has been done for you. So you have 1 liter jug, you have 200 ml, 200 ml and 200 ml. So you have 200 plus 200 plus 200, you have 600 ml. Is it 1 liter? 1 liter means you have to have 1000 ml. So this is only 600 ml. So here it is being, the less is being ticked, right. You have enough extra and less in that box, you have enough extra less. Since it is less, less is being ticked. So the second sum, 1 liter, they have written 500 ml, 200 ml, 200 ml, 200 ml. Now if you add this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1100 comes. How much it should be? Only 1000 ml. Here it is 1100 ml. So what happened? It is more. So you have to tick extra, right. Here extra ml is being given. 1 liter only 1000 ml should come, but here it is 1100. So it is extra. So you have to tick extra. Then 1 liter jug, it has got how many glasses? 1 500 ml glass, 200, 200 and 100. So now when you count 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 and 100, so 1000. So here only 1000. So 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. So here 1 liter jug has filled 4 glasses. So equal, when you just calculate it and see, it is 1000 ml. So you have to tick enough. Enough means the correct amount. Now coming to the second one, second sum. This is a mango milkshake recipe. Show the quantity needed in ml in the first column. Then show how much will be needed if only half the quantity has to be made. So if your first one, if you are making for 2 people, now you have to make for 1 person. Then what happened? You will just divide it into 2. So only half the amount you will need for the preparation. So do this in your notebook. Okay. So show how much you will need if only the half the quantity has to be made. So first you want to make for 2 person. Now you want to make only for 1 person. So everything should be half. So here they have taken 2 cups mango, 2 cups vanilla ice cream, 1 bottle milk, 2 tablespoon honey. So they have given you the measurement also. 1 cup is equal to 200 ml, 1 tablespoon 35 ml, 1 bottle 500 ml. So using this you have to measure the given ingredients. So first they have done for you mango pulp 400 ml. Why? Because 2 cups of mango pulp, 1 cup is equal to 200. So 1 cup is equal to 200. So you have 2 cups of mango pulp. So you will take 200 into 2, that is equal to 400. So here they have given 400 ml. Now for half the recipe they have given you So what you will write? Divided by 2. So you will get 200 ml. So half the recipe you just divide by 2, you get 200 ml. So that one is done for you. Now coming to the second ingredient, I have taken ice cream. See, ice cream, vanilla ice cream. How much you have to take for this mango milkshake? 2 cups vanilla ice cream. So 1 cup is 200 ml. When you take 2 cup into 2, so you will have 400 ml. So full recipe you will have to use 400 ml. Now for the half recipe, what you will do? Divide it by 2. So you will get 200 ml. When you divide, when you take the half the recipe, you will have 200 ml, right? Then 1 bottle milk. So the next ingredient I have taken milk. So 1 bottle is how much? 500 ml. Okay, 1 bottle is 500 ml. Now you have, that is 1 bottle. So same 500 ml you will take in this full recipe. Okay. Now you have to have it half. So half means what you will do? You will divide it by 2. 500 divided by 2, you will get 250. So here you have to take 250 ml. Okay. So like this, the rest you have what bottle milk I have taken. 2 tablespoons of honey. So honey, 1 tablespoon, how much? 35 ml. So 2 tablespoon means 35 into 2, you will have 70 ml. And then for the half recipe, again 70 divided by 2, you will get 35 ml. So you have to do that, you just write. So this you have understood. Ice cream, 2 cups of ice cream. So 1 cup is 200 ml. So 200 into 2, you have 400 ml. So full recipe you need 400 ml. So for half recipe you will just divide it by 2. So you will have 200 ml, right? Now milk, that is 1 bottle milk. So bottle, it is 500 liter. So 1 bottle milk, so you will have 500 ml, not liter, 500 ml for full recipe. And when it is half recipe, you just divide it by 2, so you will have 250 ml. So the same thing you can do in the other. So here I have written 1 cup is equal to 200 ml, 1 tablespoon is equal to 35 ml, that is honey, you take it in tablespoon. Then 1 bottle is 500 ml, that is it contains 500 ml. So this is how you have to do the second sum. Now coming to the third sum. Third sum, the table shows below shows the amount of water a person uses for different activities. So at home, what are the different activities he is using water and how much water he is using, that also is given. So for brushing teeth and with tap running, with tap, that is running water, he just open the tap and keep and start brushing. So for that he need 5 ml, right? Then washing dishes, he need 50 ml. Then showering, he need 100 ml. For toilet flush, he need 10 ml. And for drinking and cooking, he need, I'm sorry, not ml, it is liters. All these are in liters, sorry. ml means, ml is very small. You can't just shower in ml. 100 ml and all you can't shower, it is liter. Liter, okay. So 5 liters you use for brushing your teeth, that too with the water running. Then for washing dishes, he use 50 liter, right? Then for showering, use 100 liter. For this one, toilet flush, he use 10 liter. And for drinking and cooking, again he use 10 liter. So the first question is, how much water is used for a shower and brushing? So shower is how much? 100 liter. And for brushing, how much? 5 liter. So how much he is using? 105 liter. So totally he will be using 105 liter. Third one, A. So first one is what? How much water is used for showering? Showering he is using 100 liter of water. Then and brushing he is using 5 liter plus 5 liter. So you have 105 liter. So total he will be using 105 liter of water, right? Then the second sum we'll see. How much water do we use to wash dishes and than drinking water and cooking? Drinking and cooking. So drinking and cooking, how much? Drinking and cooking is 10 liter. Or I will first start with this. First is what? Use for washing dishes. Washing dishes, how much the person is using? 50 liter. And for drinking and cooking, he uses 10 liter. So now they have asked how much more water we use to wash dishes. So first of all, than for drinking and cooking. Drinking and cooking is 10 liter. So how much more is used for washing dishes? So what you will do, you will have to minus this 10 from the 50 liter. You will get 40 liter. So this much of water more he used for washing dishes than for this 10 ml for drinking and cooking. So 40 liters of water he is using more than drinking and cooking for washing dishes. Okay, you understood? Here you are not adding it, but you will subtract it. Only when you subtract it, you will know how much more water he is using for washing dishes, right? Now there is another question, the third question. If you keep the tap closed while brushing, here this 5 liter is for brushing your teeth with the tap open. So when you are brushing and if you keep the tap open, you can save 3 liter of water. Okay. How much water will you save if you brush twice a day by keeping the tap closed? So instead of 5 liter, you will have only how much? 2 liter. You will waste only 2 liter of water for brushing because you are saving 3 liters of water. So you can say for morning you brush your teeth with 2 liter. Evening you brush your teeth with 2 liter. So total, that is twice a day. So morning and night, don't say evening, you can say it as night. So morning you use 2 liter, night you use 2 liter. Then how much total? 4 liter in total you use. Okay. So you use 4 liter in total. One day you use 4 liter of water. Now what they actually how much you will use without saving this is with the tap closed. Tap closed. Okay. Now we will see morning with the tap open you will use 5 liter. Night with the tap closed you will use 5 liter. So total will be 10 liter. Tap open, that is with running water. With running water you use 10 liter of water to brush your teeth when the tap is closed. That is after brushing only you open the tap and clean your brush, otherwise the tap is closed. So you use only 4 liter. Now the question is how much water will you save if you brush twice by keeping the tap closed? So when you brush twice and also you have to keep the tap closed, then how much liter of water you are saving? So it is easy, you have to just minus 10 minus 4, 4 is this, is equal to 6 liter. So you will be saving 6 liter of water while brushing twice a day with the tap closed. Okay, have you all understood this? This one I have just written, when the tap is closed, you are saving 3 liter of water. So 5 minus 3 is 2. That is for morning. Again 5 minus 3 is 2. So only you are using 2 liter water in the morning, 2 liter of water in the evening. You use 4 liter of water for the day with the tap closed while brushing teeth. Here the same thing, you are just kept the water running, the tap is open, the water is running. So you use morning 5 liter, night 5 liter. So you use 10 liter of water to brush your teeth. Now the question is, how much water will you save if you keep the tap closed while brushing? So what you will do, 10 minus this 4, you have 6 liter. Okay, so hope you have understood this. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so with this we have finished the chapter, the 9th chapter, measurement, right? So the rest we will see in the interactive class, and if you have any doubt also, you can ask me during the interactive class. Okay, thank you.